and then you can hit save, and we want to save this as the Max Start UI dot MNUX. Okay. Now what this will do is it will load this setting every time we start up Max. Now if you want to make it its own, so if you want to rename it to something else, you can do that, but you would have to load it every time you open your project. So if these are tools that you use all the time, I would suggest putting them in this Max Start UI. So that way it loads by default. So I'm going to go ahead and just save, overwrite that, and then close this down. So now whenever we are on an editable poly object, so make sure you're under editable poly, and then you hold down Control and right click, you can see Swift Loop and PolyDraw Extend. Very, very cool. All right, so now let's go ahead and choose PolyDraw Extend. For some reason, it's telling me I need to pick an object to draw on. So let's go to Freeform, PolyDraw. There's our head. Okay. Not sure why it did that, but let's go ahead and right-click, PolyDraw Extend. There we go. And let's hold down Control-Alt, and we're going to go from here to here. And I'm going to hold Shift-Control-Alt. I'm going to start to kind of pull these points around just a little bit more. Okay. And then I'm going to come across, hold down Alt. Now, whenever you're using this technique by holding down Alt and then pulling to create a new polygon, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the way this works is whenever you create a polygon, you want to create it, let's say, from this edge and this edge. So you want to extend it from those two edges. What you want to do is you want to hold down Alt and then left click at the bend of the L between those two polygons, and then pull that out, and that will create your polygon. Go ahead and practice that with the next one. So right here at the bend of the L between the two polygons, hold down Alt, left click and drag, and there we go. Now you'll want to make sure that you're holding down Control Shift Alt and moving those vertices around. For some reason, whenever you extend those polygons using Alt, it doesn't exactly form to the shape of the head, okay, of the high poly head. I'm not sure why it does that, but so let's go ahead and continue. So I'm just pulling these out very quickly, and then from here I'm going to hold Control Alt and then left click and drag from that edge to that one. Now at this point we want to make sure that we're pulling vertices around and that we are using as much of the polygons as possible, that they have purpose. Okay, so whenever we start getting long skinny polygons, or we start getting polygons that are very close together and they're not really adding too much to the shape, we might want to think about removing those or redistributing the vertices. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. We've got these long skinny polygons, and I just want to pull those out a little bit more, so that way they cover a little more surface area and they're being useful. So I'm going to do this all the way down the back here, back of the head. Now as you start getting to the back of the head and in the neck, you'll notice that we don't really need as much detail back there because we're going to have a hair model on top of this, so we really don't need that. Now you can see here that we've got this polygon that became very long and skinny, and what I want to do is just get rid of it. So I'm going to hold down Control, I'm going to delete this polygon, and then left click on that one to delete both of those, and then Control Alt to bridge across, so that way we have one polygon in between that. Okay, so pull that out, do this, and pull that across there. I'm just going to redistribute these polygons or these vertices a little bit more. Okay. Now I know the topology doesn't look that great right now, but I promise we'll take care of it in just a little while. Okay, we're just trying to make sure that we get the model taken care of, and then we'll start making adjustments to the topology. I'm going to go ahead and hold down Control and remove those two polygons, and then hold Control Alt and bridge back across there. So that way we get a nice even set of polygons. Okay, so now we've got this set. We can come in, we can make a couple of quick changes to some of the topology in the neck, but I think overall we're doing pretty good. Okay, just trying to even this out a little bit more. All right, so let's go back up to the forehead and let's start filling this out. I'm going to come in, I'm going to grab this polygon right here, so hold Shift, and I'm just going to drag that up. I'm going to do this a few times, and then I'm going to go right to here. So just kind of turning that. So hold down Control Alt and bridge that across there, and then Control Shift Alt to move the vertices around, and getting that nice shape again. Alright, so that's looking good. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll start to create the loops that we need going across the head. So hold down Alt, and I'm going to just pull that around. Remember Alt from the bend in the L between the polygons that you want to create the new polygon. And we'll go right across this, and then bridge from here to here. Redistribute the vertices as needed. Just try to clean it up a little bit more. And there we go. All right, now you can see here that we've got some polygons here. They look pretty good, but then I start getting some of these that really don't match up. So I'm going to actually hold down Control, delete both of those, then Control Alt, bridge back across, and then bridge across to here. Hold Control Alt Shift, pull the vertices back down a little bit, just try to regain some of that shape a little bit more. Let's do the same thing here.